Sports. It's in the game.
Boom! They put a big hit on him, and he lets it fall out of his hands.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Miami. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Caleb going to throw right away. Complete. This is Lewis. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Now a 2nd and 10. Off the bootleg, it's Williams. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 38-yard line. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. First down, and they go with Swift again. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. DeAndre Swift, 24 yards. And the Bears will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will get in to make it 8-0. So what do you make of that? You go on the road, you score the opening drive touchdown, opt to go for 2, and all of a sudden they're up 8-zip.
Yeah, this wasn't a decision that they made right here and right now. They made this decision during the week. Hey, if we get the ball and score right away, let's show them that we feel like we're superior. Go for 2 and really put the pressure on them.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On play action, here's Tua. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. He'll get this complete to the rookie from Washington. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Chicago. Rome Odunze, 56 yards. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And his kick is no good. It's an early miss. We'll see if that has any ramifications later here as the afternoon wears on. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Tyreek Hill's got another one. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Play action. Now it's Tua. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw caught by his receiver, Hill. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 14. They'll run. Here's Devon Achane. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane, 14 yards. And the Dolphins have cut it back within a score. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. On the return, Simba Webster from his end zone. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw, Williams. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it 2nd down, and the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Throwing is Williams. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. After the turnover, it's Tua. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Achane is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Achane once more. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Here comes Webster. He's going to bring it out. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick. To bring that return to an abrupt halt. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
And he's brought down. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 42-yard line. Swift going to try up the middle. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Chicago. DeAndre Swift with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bears have taken the lead. Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for 2. They're going to try and run. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. And Hill will opt for the touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Dolphins. Braxton Berrios, 75 yards. And the Dolphins strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. We didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll go play action here with Williams. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
On play action, here's Williams. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Williams. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Now Achane on 1st and 10. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run, Achane. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Achane here, they stay on the ground. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys are able to extend their lead. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful, and that bumps their lead up even further. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be brought out from the middle of the end. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. Nicole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. To throw, it's Mahomes. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Brandon, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, his guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
That's going to be caught. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill on the touchdown pass from Tua. And the Dolphins take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
Setting up the screen to Pirine. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Mahomes now to throw. That is incomplete.
It's pretty early in the game, but they've already tried to establish him not just as a runner, but as a receiver as well. Didn't happen there, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them try again shortly.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. That's complete. It's Travis Kelce. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. Mahomes throw complete here to his receiver Brown. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it 2nd down and 11. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And it's fielded at the 34, pushing through the contact. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it, but whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. And he is going to lose yardage here. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
On 4th down, Matt Araiza sent on to punt. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 72 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Throwing now is Mahomes. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Mahomes now on 1st down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. There he goes, right side. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, 58 yards. And the Chiefs are back within a score. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll make our score 14-7. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And Hill will opt for the touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Up the middle, Achane. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Again, it's Achane. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. And this one complete to Smith. And he's got this down to the 35. A run straight ahead with Achane. And able to get this to the 31. 2nd and 6. And they'll give this to Achane. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Now Tua. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Now a man who tore up the Packers in the NFC title game a few years back. It's Raheem Mostert. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On 2nd down, a run by Achane. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. The kick by Sanders is good. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Got a man over the middle, Worthy. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 41. Here's Tua. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. On the handoff, it's HM. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and 8. Here's HM. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill on the touchdown pass from Tua. And the Dolphins take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw caught by Gray. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now Mahomes. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are able to cut into that deficit. Mahomes will throw for it. They'll roll him out right. That's caught at the 1. And he'll get in as they're back within his score now. The lead's down to 7. So the lead is now dwindled to 9 as the kick here is away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Chris Jones on the stop.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game it's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Rolling to his right. Touchdown! Hollywood Marquise Brown from 4 yards out. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. They'll try and throw for it. He'll buy some time right. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now run by H.N. And he stopped immediately there. There on the stop was Leo Chanel. A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. Here's Achane. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Able to get away. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Tua sets up to pass it. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Chiefs are right back in this football game. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
A run by Pacheco on 2nd down. And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Mahomes going to throw. That is caught. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Here's Mahomes to throw. Throw right side taken in by the tight end Gray. Now here's Mahomes. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the 1st down. Now Mahomes got to have this one. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it, and he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
Now Patrick going to change the play. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's 2nd and a yard. On the ground, it's Gray.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Here's 1st down. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
4 yards remain on 2nd down. Ball on the 10. Mahomes. This will be caught at about the 5. And with 4 seconds remaining, they will call the timeout. So just enough of a cushion there to bring on the field goal unit and try to send this one to the extra session. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. One final try for Mahomes. Eluding the and he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Charles, that drive was perfect. Methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort
From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. He'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. They go play action. Now Mahomes sliding out of the pocket. And some room to roam now. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Flushed out right. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. Here is 3rd down and 4. Now back to throw. He gets this one complete to Rice. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 40. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. They'll run for the first time with Kareem Hunt. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll look to throw here. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Throwing the out route here, and it's complete to Kelsey. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 28. They'll set up to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Nice chunky yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
On play action, here's Tua. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, Their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. No score after one on EA Sports. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. There's the former Chief, man they watched for years, Tyreek Hill. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead. Well, it's not the touchdown that they wanted, CD, but still, they got to be pretty happy here. You steal the ball away from them on their opening possession, and you turn that into the early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, you painted the picture perfectly there, all the things that have gone on. And the important thing, other than the lead, of course, is as you described, both sides of the ball now have some momentum.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their second drive here, the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
And he'll be out right at the 35. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. To throw, it's Mahomes. Setting up the screen to Pirine. And out across midfield down to the 45. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 45-yard line. Now here's a fake on the jet sweep as he'll go instead with Pacheco. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That good for 22 and a first down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Flush to his right. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll look to throw. Gets this into the hand of Pirine. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Yeah, boy, he had the marker square in his sights, but a good tackle's going to leave him about a yard or so short. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chiefs' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
Especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Short throw to Smith. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. He'll let this go deep for Waddle. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Chiefs will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, Charles, it's so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
So we've come upon halftime here in KC with the Chiefs on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. And the Dolphins are going to recover. A gutsy call there. You exit the locker room with a lead. Try the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They were already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. A run now from Achane. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin 1st down. Tua going to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
3rd down and 1. They'll run for it with Achane. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
I liked his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need one. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
They'll run. Achane. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Achane here, they stay on the ground. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 47 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. So now things get interesting on 3rd and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? Almost survival of the fittest here. I know we can go all cliche. I'll go ahead and do it. Who wants it more here? Who has a better leverage at the line of scrimmage? Let's go and see what happens.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert able to take it in from a yard out. And the Dolphins have taken the lead here this 3rd quarter.
And maybe that's the magic touch right there. They didn't use him at all in the first half, at least running the football. But here they entrust him with some work down in the red zone, and he responds. 1 carry, 1 touchdown.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. A first carry for Samaje Perine. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Mahomes now to throw. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they throw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. They do go for it. It's Mahomes. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Dolphins get the football in great field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle, Achane. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Achane is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Achane once more, and this time he'll score. Touchdown, Miami. But that makes this a 2-score ball game. And, you know, the way this thing has been going, Charles, 2 scores kind of feels like 3 or 4 scores.
Yeah, that's a great observation. It's been a heck of a battle, hasn't it? And points have been at a premium. You have to wonder, is this going to be too much for them to overcome?
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked out officially at the 21. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. Big strides. Look at him go. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelsey, 66 yards. And the Chiefs have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So now a big spot here as the Chiefs will indeed go for two. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get in for the 2 points, and in so doing, cut the deficit to 2 points. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Now they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score, but bottom line, they are still on top with the football, and a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A. Right back to Achane on second down. And he'll get a couple up to the 29.
And this is the worry, because sometimes you can get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important third down.
Play action. Now it's Tua. And that will be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the third. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A run straight ahead with Achane. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 78 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
On first down, back to Achane. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Two minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Again, it's Achane. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. On the handoff, it's Achane. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Dolphins get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. They do tack on the extra point as well, and it might seal the deal as that makes it a two-score game here with not a lot of time remaining. This is 1st and 10. Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown. Xavier Worthy, 75 yards. And the Chiefs have got it back to within a score. Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion. Mahomes eluding the pressure right. And he is in for the two. I still can't believe they went for it, but they've got themselves a lead here late in the ball game. So we're back to a one-point game now as the kickoff comes. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that third timeout would have really... There he goes left side. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. On third down, Achane. And he is going to have a Miami first down, and the Dolphins are going to win the football.